Namaskar. Hello and welcome to P Guru's channel. I'm your host Sri Iyer. Okay, in the heat of elections, let's have some humor. Humor is the essence of life. And today I'm going to try a slightly different format, and I hope you all will approve with this format. So let's first welcome our guest of the day, Bosskey. Bosskey, namaskar and welcome to P Guru's channel.
Yes, sir. Namaskaram, sir. Hi to everybody.
So Bosskey, I thought we'll do it slightly differently today. Every one of us has one addiction or the other. It could be addiction to coffee in the morning. It could be addiction to getting up in the morning and looking at your cell phone. What is in WhatsApp? See, I can justify it for myself. I'm in the business of media. You are in the business of the media. You need to know what is going on. But somebody who's retired, who's 85 years old, they don't need to look at WhatsApp in the first thing in the morning. These addictions have a way of taking over our lives sometimes. So I want you to talk to us about various addictions in your own funny, humorous way, and how do we kick these addictions successfully? Over to you.
Yeah, nice one. See, what I feel is I've been living through addiction, right? By birth, I'm an addict. I'm addicted to something. If it is cricket, I have to go for cricket practice daily. I get into yoga past 18 years at a particular specified time. I'm into yoga, breathing in, breathing out. That has to happen. Okay, daily shows commitment. Done about 17,000 shows on radio, stage, TV, and YouTube. So that's a daily addiction, more so because IPL is ruling the scenario now. So every day, the moment the match is over, I'm before the camera. I have to blabber something. So addiction is part of my life. Addiction has made me what I am today. But as long as addiction is positive, it's going to help you. That's fine. Yoga is a positive addiction. It's going to help you. Okay, your regular exercises, your walk, your paper reading. I'm into all this. So morning, I'm addicted to paper reading half an hour daily. Otherwise, I can't get my humor. I have to get it from the news. So then yoga 15 minutes, addicted daily. Then skipping about 15 minutes, addicted because I have given up cricket. So some form of exercise. Then 1 hour of walk. Again, it's going to help me physically. That's an addiction. As long as these addictions are positive, it's going to help you really well. So that you have to decide. It is positive, and sometimes could be positive for you, could be negative for the other people around, like passive smoking. So, for example, my friend was totally addicted to sleeping, constantly sleeping. He went to the doctor and said, I have a big problem, doctor. I brush my teeth at 6:30 in the morning. He said, okay, fine. I have my coffee daily at 7 o'clock. Doctor said, fine. What's the problem? The problem is I get up only at 8 o'clock. So, doctor had the greatest shock, the most different type of, extremely different type of addiction. So then in the evenings, probably from 1994 to 2020 till the pandemic set in, every evening I was sitting on the steps of Nardagan Sabha in Alarpet. Most of the celebrities, most of the customers, most of the clients who used to visit Nardagan Sabha, they used to come and talk to me there only. I was identified as Nardagan Sabha, NGS Bosskey, Nardagan Sabha Bosskey. That was an addiction, but my main aim was to waste time in the evening. Meet friends from all cadres, enjoy, freak out, laugh. That was one more addiction. So that's like that. There are other addictions like people who just go to the US, just meet you for about a week, come back and put on an accent. My uncle, who was no more, Professor Balavi Balchandar, was heading Northwestern University. He was also owning Great Lakes here, Great Lakes Institute of Management. I have never seen him put on an accent at all. But here, within a week after visiting US, they'll say, yeah, got to see, oh my God. Similar on the same lines, there was an economics lecturer who came from all the way from US, and I was doing PU. My classmate was the Telugu actor Venkatesh. So he was lecturing, and for every word he was putting on an accent. He came and said, okay, let me direct you. I said, sir, not direct, sir, it's not direct. No, it's direct. That's how the Americans do it. Then he said, I'll give you a working schedule. I said, that's a schedule, sir. No. Schedule. That's how the Americans do it. Full accent for everything. This is on consumer surplus. Surplus. That's how the Americans do it. So he was addicted to this Americanization. After 1 hour of lecture, he said, okay, gentlemen, I'm going to give you a piece of homework. I said, we won't do it. He asked why. That's how the Indians do it. I don't know, classes. So full fun. It's about addiction, accent, everywhere. My bank duty was at 8:30 in the morning, so I addicted to bank duty at 8:30 every morning for 16 years. So, but I used to have fun because of addiction, because it was not a bad habit. So if you take But TV serial watching. TV serial watching is a huge addiction, like the way you said for mobile phone. Most of the ladies, they have to sit. You can time. They know the music. The moment they hear the title music, they know which serial is it and what time it is. So they're so addicted. And the serial makers are also addicted to the same type of scenes. For the past 55 years, one villain or one villi of each serial will be mixing some powder in some milk or coffee or in some juice. This is happening for the past 50 years. They are addicted to that. But it will go to the wrong person. You can tell the story from sitting from home. You can tell what is going to be the next scene. That will always happen. In every temple, when a girl is closing her eyes and praying, there will always be about 20 to 25 thalis hanging in one tree there. I don't know where the temple is located. That hero will come, he'll pick one thali, pull one thali from there, he'll tie it to the girl's neck. This is happening in every serial. Kidnap, every serial, same. An intensive care unit scene. Somebody has lost a lot of blood and gets admitted. That's all. Everybody will be crowding around in the ICU. The doctor will come and say, "Yadi 24 hours kechna solla mudiyum." Just imagine I've asked you 24 hours before. Can you say that? They won't. It's the same dialogue. We are also addicted to the same dialogue. So there are scenes, cliched scenes, which are the same everywhere. And TV serial addiction is so much. And one of the ladies, I asked her, one my friend of mine, I asked him, "What do you do for your bua? That is for your to run the kitchen. What do you do?" He said, "TV serial." I thought he's producing a TV serial or he's got an ad agency or something. He said, "I only depend on TV serials." And I asked him, "How?" He says, "Only during the break, his wife comes to serve him lunch or dinner. So he depends on the TV serial for his food." So that's about addiction. Mobile phone addiction, as you said, morning we have to look into the mobile phone, look into the WhatsApp to find out what messages have come, right? Because it's media, I'm worried people, how they're reacting to my videos and all that, I watch that. But it's become the sixth finger. The difference between the current generation and previous, before 90s, before digital period is, if the mobile phone, if there's a problem in the mobile phone, if it breaks into pieces, today's generation will not get perturbed. They can just reassemble and get you a new phone, present you a new phone, reassembling the bits and pieces. They can present you a new phone with the same phone. That's the brilliance of the current generation. But if the same mobile phone is missing or out of reach for a day, they will commit suicide. They will try suicide. That's the difference. Mentally, we won't bother because we are used to landline. And you see, in most of the guys, in most of the conversations, and sometimes somebody calls you on the mobile, the first question is, "Engerige, where are you? What are you bothered? Is this a landline for me to tell you I'm in Mambalam, I'm in New Jersey? It's a mobile phone. Start talking." I'll say, "What are you bothered where I am?" So that's one addiction. And we have to look into the mobile phone every 5 to 10 minutes. So I told you it's become the sixth finger. And then forward messages. That's an addiction to people. I don't know what's wrong with them. Somebody has told them you're eligible for Bharat Ratna or Padma Shri if you send 25 forwards every day. Whatever it is, love is a flower, friendship is a pavaka, relationship is a parinka. I have got this message, I'll send you. Whether you're bothered or not, I will flood you with forward messages. So that has to come. Something. One guy walked with his hands up the Alps. The dog is playing Nadaswaram. Whatever it is, I have seen it. Like a garbage, I'll dump it on you. You will have to see it. So that is one more addiction. And of course, when I go to shopping malls and all, there is one thing. There are about 5 to 6 people chasing me every time I enter any store, any supermarket, anywhere. It's all the perfume section. They know I'm addicted to perfumes. 5 of them will come rushing. They'll spray one perfume. "Sir, Salvatore Ferragamo, sir." Then they'll give me a box of coffee seeds. That is for the relief, for inhaling the next perfume. Again, "Sir, Royal Mirage, sir." Again, coffee seed. Again, one more. "Sir, Pleasure, sir." Again, coffee seed. Then finally, all will crowd around me and ask, "Sir, which do you want, sir? Of all that you showed, the most interesting and most fragrant is the coffee seed. I'll take one box of coffee seed." So, I know what's happening. You go to a parking lot. The easiest way for you, the easiest thing that can demoralize you from shopping is that parking. Parking, they'll have about 7 to 8 tires. You'll be going round and round and round like a circus. Every corner you go, one guy will do this. Keep waving like this. You go to the second, another guy will wave. Go to the third, another guy will wave. After the 5th tire, I'll come back home. That's all. You can never park. If you plan to park, they'll plant about 10 cones. You can't. I don't know what's the pleasure they get. They say parking lot, but you can't park. So I keep watching all these things. So I advise people deliberately keep the mobile phone off for about 2 to 3 hours. Okay, 2 to 3 hours. Don't go near it. Seriously, if there is a call, let it be on ringtone mode, but be away from it for 3 hours. And these excuses, you've seen these excuses at the drop of a hat, an excuse for not responding to a message or responding to a phone. Hey, Macha, I called you. Actually, I'm in a meeting. Can I call you later? I am eating. I am eating in a meeting. Can I call you later? And then, in a reason, hey, why you didn't pick my phone? My brother-in-law has come from US. Brother-in-law doesn't permit you to use the mobile phone. My brother-in-law has come from US. My money just came home. I was in a meeting. I kept my mobile phone in the bag. I kept the bag in the car. I kept the car in Bay of Bengal. I'm not able to trace it. Every day, at the drop of a hat, they'll either send you forward messages or they will not pick the phone, but they will download Harry Potter ringtone, a Mission Impossible ringtone, everything they'll download, but they will constantly keep it on silent mode. I don't know what's the big idea. So I'm used to all this. So all nonsense, I'm totally used. I breathe all this nonsense. I don't get perturbed at all because I told you, no Sornai. You cannot afford to be sensitive. These are addictions. Even my wife used to say, even if I die, you will cross my body and go to Narthagansapa and be chatting with your friends. But she used to say that. But now the thing is, that circus, I don't go there because half the people are no more now there and some have shifted to different areas. But still, humor is a daily addiction for me. Okay, daily addiction is humor. Read news, convert that into humor. Helps you a lot because you don't start viewing the world very seriously with a lot of anxiety. Anything that you get scared, anything that you're anxious about, you need to make fun of it. Then you develop your humor to get over your anxiety. That type of addiction is most favorable. Anything. You're scared of ghosts, make fun of ghosts. If it's a ghost movie, you should say, instead of guest appearance, it is ghost appearance. So wordplay, something. Now the ghosts are going on strike because of the quality of films that they're watching now. Because they're saying ghost movie, it's so horrible. Ghosts are going on strike. Hereafter, you shouldn't touch our topic at all. We'll really come to the place if you take a movie on ghosts. So that's one addiction. And I told you about family relationship, everyone. Each one will have his own addiction. Some cleaning the house, constantly cleaning the house. That is good. But even if you drop one small piece of chili or one morsel of rice, my mom will dive and near my feet, she'll clean the floor. Every 5 minutes, she'll be cleaning the floor. That's her addiction. So I really enjoy it. Only if you start getting anxious over all this, then that's a problem. So to finally tell you how the same type of thing can be positive addiction and negative addiction, coming to your lungs and breathing. If you're going to get into yoga on a daily basis, you're going to keep doing yoga for 10 to 15 minutes daily at a particular time, specified time. It's going to increase your lung power. It's going to brighten your face, make you look young, energetic. If you don't believe me, just go stand before the mirror before you do yoga. After your yoga session, then go and watch your face. It will look as if you have made up your whole face. So that's the advantage of yoga. So an addiction in yoga, in breathing, is going to be positive. But if you are going to be constantly smoking and develop smoking as an addiction habit, that's going to be negative for you. It's going to wreck your lungs. At the same time, people around you are also going to get spoiled, get their health spoiled because of passive smoking. So that's the difference. To take same addiction of breathing can land you positively or land you in danger as well. So these are the things I wanted to address people. Some say, no boss, I can't quit smoking. The problem is, if I have to go to the bathroom and all, without one smoke, I'm not able to go easily. Bathroom varamatandama or dammadilana. What I want to ask them is, as a child, your parent or your mom was taking care of everything. You going to the bathroom, brushing your teeth and everything. Did your mom place you on the closet, stuff one cigarette on your mouth and ask you to smoke for you to go bathroom? No, nothing. Nothing happened. It came automatically. So all psychological. We think we can't get over this addiction. But there is a way out always. So humor is the best. Start making fun of your own addiction. Start making fun of all the addictions around: mobile addiction, TV, serial addiction, and all the watching news addiction. 6 people will keep shouting at the same time on the same topic. You won't know who's talking what. But that's one addiction. People have to watch news. I read the newspapers because it gives me a lot of juicy news for humor. So it's not, it's a mind. We think we can't get over it. We can. Basica, if you just move out of the spot that we are getting addicted to, little bit away from there, there'll be a lot of negative energy precipitating there. So just move out of that spot, just take a stroll, meet some different people, meet different people each day. That is going to help you come out of addiction. So some have the bad habit of addressing ladies by D. D, Maria D. I've seen people getting pissed off because of that. That is actually called de-addiction. That is de-addiction. If you say die, it is die addiction. If you say die, it is die addiction. So addiction is not a problem. It's just like that saying, the freedom to wave your stick ends where the other man's nose ends. So addiction, if it's going to be positive and is not going to affect the others, that's fine. So every one of us is a psycho and we are bound to get addicted. But as long as the psychoism doesn't affect people around you, it's going to do a whale of a good to you. It won't be a problem.
Thank you, Bosskey. In our first episode, if I remember correctly, you were talking about, in your playing days, when you're playing cricket, you used to have roommates. It was not one person per room. These is, I think, the test players, the cricket, the top level people, they get their own room. It used to be not that way. So if your roommate was a smoker, how did you manage?
Yes, I'll tell you. Chris Srikanth was my roommate. Me, Chris Srikanth, and my university captain Prasad. He used to lie on the floor, and a bed could accommodate only two. And we were eligible for an allowance of 17 rupees per day. That is in 1980. The South Zone team, Visi Trophy team. We were eligible for 17 rupees because I was in tears when I watched that 83 film where that manager used to come and distribute the daily allowance. Okay, I was able to recall the same scenario there. Srikanth was addicted to smoking. And he used to always give me the cigarette packet, Will's packet, and say, "Macha, you keep it. Otherwise, people will come to me for Ositam." So I used to safeguard his cigarette pack. But I didn't mind because, see, even if I was a vegetarian, Srikanth was a vegetarian. Azaruddin, Ravi Shastri, they were all non-vegetarians. Arshad Ayub, everybody. We used to sit in the same table and eat. But that never bothered me at all. Mind, it's a mind. You decide not to inhale something, you decide not to focus on something else, you can't do it. That is why you get into too many activities every day. A lot of activities every day, but all timed. For example, newspaper reading at one particular time, yoga at one particular time, then that controls you fully. Because even if you are into chaos, you are in a crisis elsewhere, this pulls you from there. So at this time, you need to be doing your yoga, you're missing out on it. You need to be reading your paper, you need to be doing skipping, you need to be doing walking. So better to get addicted to a lot of activities in a particular day. That will help you get you out of crisis. So I had a nice time. I never bothered about that at all. Srikanth was addicted to smoking. Even now he's addicted to smoking.
One interesting question that one of our viewers has asked, and I will make that request of you also. Please sing a song, your favorite one.
Okay. Everybody, now it's become a national anthem. But this song, Abhiramaye Talatum Samiye Nandane Teriyuma. That has become the national anthem now. The song used to be my favorite once when the Guna was released. I love Kishore Kumar songs first. SPB is Devam for me. Whatever he sings is Devam. Ilayaraja is Devam. I'm an addict of Ilayaraja music. So, but there's one particular song which I told MSV. There are 2-3 songs which I listen to daily, at least once or twice, sir. But one particular song by TMS has got such a manly and powerful voice. But one melody is sung by TMS, which haunts me even today, which brings tears in my eyes. I will sing that song. It can be as bad as you expect. Don't bother about it. But I'll sing that song. TMS and a Manicharinga. The song is Yaranda Nilavu Yen in the Kanavu Yaro Solla Yaro Indru Yaro Vanda Uravu Kalam Seida Kolam Indu Naam Vandavaru.
Wonderful. You are in key. You're holding your swaram.
See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I am a slightly above average singer. It's only because of constantly listening to songs, passion for Ilayaraja music, MSV music, and SPB singing, and Kishore Kumar singing. So your mere interest makes you a singer. Adil solrana. So, and people discourage saying that you can't get humor. Humor has to be in the gene, it has to be in the liver, it has to be in the kidney, in the pancreas, nothing. Keep involving yourself in humor. Keep watching Vadivelu, watching Tom and Jerry, Mr. Bean. Keep watching. Go and narrate that to people around you. Do it on a regular basis. Then you get so much into humor, you become a mimicry artist. It's very easy, actually.
Very true, very true. And the song that you sang has a very special story behind it.
Oh, really?
It looks like you didn't know this part. So what happened was somewhere I think Shivaji Ganesan was challenging MSV. Look, these
Correct.
days there's a slow song. I challenge you to create a slow song, and MSV takes it up as a challenge. Goes to Kannadasan. They come up with this song, and then the song is given to Go ahead. You know the story from here.
Yeah, I know. And you know one thing, one more, I'll just add on to your story. And R.D. Burman was a great fan of Ilayaraja and MSV, had admitted once to Kamal that he was inspired by this tune to compose another tune of his in that 1942 love story, I think. The song like, Yaad aa rahi hai, yaad aa rahi
That is
hai.
love story, not 1940.
Love story. So that one single note I picked from MSV or MSV boss, MSV Saab, Abhin is told, he has admitted. So that's such a powerful song. As one more song of MSV, which I'll sing just 2 lines. It is from Our Girl. That song, it's got a unique story. That song was the whole composing of that song was demonstrated in front of students, college students, in that Madras University auditorium. MSV sitting there, taking the scene inputs from K. Balchandar, creating a song, Kannadasan penning the lyrics for that particular song on the spot, SPB singing it on the spot. All the whole creation of the song, metamorphosis of a song happening before the audiences at University Auditorium. The song was about three gentlemen crossing a girl's life. That's the story of Our Girl. Our Girl is that movie. That song was Angum Mingum Padai Undu Ingu Nee Enda Pakkam Angum Mingum Padai Undu Ingu Nee Enda Pakkam. அதை வந்து அப்படியே லைவா பண்ண பாட்டு, ஹாண்டிங் சாங்.
Wonderful song. That's a beautiful, beautiful song. In fact, it was one of those movies where you love Kamal Haasan the way he acts and you hate Rajinikanth from the way he acts. See, in both of them have done justice to their roles.
Exactly.
Right? It's something else. I mean, I'm sure K. Balchandar got inspired from some other movie. He never did any original stuff. Today, he'll be caught.
It's always 3:1. 3 heroes, 1 heroine, or 3 heroines, 1 hero. Most of the subjects.
Yes. Very true. So, we talked about addictions. You didn't mention one addiction that I mentioned in the description. So, people will ask me, but you missed this. Addiction to Ilayaraja.
Oh my God.
Go for it.
My God. Sir, I told him when I met him in Prasad, for some reason, he wanted my presence with him for some time. We planned to do an extempore show without even preparing in one bit to do a show at Chennai Trade Center. It went on for about 4 to 4.5 hours. In our next episode, we can have one Ilayaraja special. I'll do it there. I'll tell you exactly what happened. But I was so addicted to his music the moment Annakili was released. We used to have severe fights in our group sitting in the platform near RR Sabha, Mylapore. There used to be 3 popular topics where we used to fight and go or leave the session as 2 groups. One was Vishwanath versus Gavaskar. Then the other was MSV versus Ilayaraja. And the third was Kamal versus Rajini. These 3 topics had to surface in any discussion, any chat. So when it came to MSV Ilayaraja, I loved MSV more so because his son was my classmate. But the moment I heard that Annakiliye Onna Thedudu, the moment I heard that haunting song and also that Sindura Poove, that guitar strumming and all that, I had a bet with all my MSV fan friends. I said, this man is going to stomp. He is bringing the whole village in front of my eyes. So definitely he's going to stomp. And it happened, and I am such a huge addict. When I met him at Prasad Studio for the frequent discussions, I fell on his, touched his feet and said, I just want to touch one person's feet in the whole industry. It is you. And I touched his feet. He felt so emotional. He became really very friendly. We were sitting on his couch and we were talking, and he was laughing. In fact, I'll give you a surprise thing. I'll explain all this in detail in our next episode.
Yeah.
I told him, anybody picks any piece from any stanza or any background score from your composing, immediately I'll point it out. Anybody. He was surprised when I told him, you know something, the Actel music, theme music is an inspiration from your song. He didn't know that. He asked me, which one is it? I said, in Devadai, a movie called Devadai, you composed a song. Deepangal Yetum Tirukkartigai Masam. Under that song, there is one line in the stanza which comes like this. முத்து முத்து சிரிப்பு முத்தத்துல இருக்கு முத்தம் ஒண்ணு கொடுத்தா தப்பு என்ன. Then I told him, he started laughing. He's literally falling on his harmonium and laughing. And we had a great session. I'll tell you in detail next session.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, we are setting up the next session, guys. Don't miss it. By the way, I'll share some of his genius work in Telugu. You probably have you followed his music in Telugu?
Yes. Especially in my friend Venkatesh's song. That Kalaya Nizama Tolide and the song Top Class.
Yes. So Ilayaraja had a magical combination in Telugu also. I would say that Chiranjeevi's rise as a megastar had a large contribution from SPB's singing. There is a writer, I'm trying to remember his name. His writing, I'll get it to next week when we talk about him, and Ilayaraja's music. The way they combined in about a dozen or 2 dozen movies, every song of the top class. I mean, Venkatesh was still coming up. You know, Chiranjeevi is about 5-6 years older, right? So, and Venkatesh benefited, Nagarjuna benefited, all the next tier of actors all benefited. But it was Chiranjeevi was, Ilayaraja made that was something else. So, Bosskey, we have got a great platform set for next session, which is going to be the genius of Ilayaraja.
Before I forget, kindly touch on these two topics. One is a Geetanjali, which became Idayati Tridade in Tamil.
Yes.
I've listened to the original composings sung by SPB. That is Nagarjuna's film. And the other one, kindly touch upon this Michael Madana Kamarajan. There are a lot of secrets hidden in that. Musical secrets, I'll tell you. Michael Madana Kamarajan.
Wonderful. That was one of those one-of-a-kind type of movies. Michael Madana Kamarajan is one for ages. So thank you so much, Bosskey. Viewers, I know we kind of went into Tamil in the little bit towards the end, but listen, we all take pains to speak in Hindi, in other languages, right? Thoda aap bhi try kijiye. Tamil bhi bahut acha bhasha hai, especially if you want to appreciate Ilayaraja's music. By the way, the genius of Ilayaraja, today I'm hearing at least 4 composers in Bollywood. They follow his method. Back to the basics. We mean like pentatonic scales. Ilayaraja's favorite was pentatonic scale. Pentatonic means 5 swarams. Mohanam, Hamsadhwani, that sort of stuff. Because he felt that had the maximum impact on when you listen to a song. We can ask him next time. Maybe you can ask him, what is your fixation with pentatonic scales? Why is it that there are so many songs that are on pentatonic scale? He explained this when he was at Google. Google invited him to come, and like you said about composing a song in the university campus, in front of the Google audience, he composed a song. He had about 5 or 6 people were there. Karthik Raja was there. I'm forgetting the orchestra that had come. I think flautist is there, Naveen, by the name of Naveen.
Yes, Naveen. Brilliant, genius.
Yeah.
I presented a Nothing But Wind concert, which was done live at Music Academy, where Ilayaraja was there. And Naveen got some special mention and applause from Wali, lyricist Wali.
Oh, wow. Actually, in Nothing But... Oh, wonderful. Please do. And in Nothing But Wind, I love the one song called I Love You, Mozart.
Correct.
I think that was played by Hariprasad Chaurasia, if I remember correctly.
Hariprasad Chaurasia.
Yeah?
I'll tell you one joke. Hariprasad Chaurasia made a big mark and earned a unique image for himself through his flute playing. And so in the presence of Wali, I said, Rohini was my co-anchor, and how come Hariprasad Chaurasia is able to get his image singled out in such a beautiful composing? I said, he earned a lot through that, and that is called Udiye Uyarvu. Wali stood up and clapped.
Hey, I got it. This time I got it.
That was Wali's Favorite joke of mine.
Wonderful, wonderful. Bosskey, I think we are getting into the groove now, and we'll continue doing this stuff every week. Viewers, I know this is something new. I mean, see, the idea was to not get pegged down by one thing, but kind of go left, right, zigzag, and things like that. That's what we did today.
Unplanned.
Yes, unplanned. So they call unplugged. In music, they say unplugged.
Yeah, correct. Unplugged. Yeah.
Right. So we're going to try this thing. Humor, you have to have it in your life, because that's what will get you through your tough phases in life. I guarantee you this. And you might be having a really bad moment on that day, but suddenly you will remember one Bosskey anecdote somewhere. It will bring a laughter to your lips, and then suddenly the problem that you are facing, the solution will present itself, and then suddenly you are a changed man or a changed woman. So thanks once again, Bosskey. You are wonderful. By the way, a friend of mine came up to me and said, I was waiting for you to get Bosskey on your channel. Now my life is complete.
Wow, super. I'm honored. I'm thanking my parents, all my gurus, and all the top humor kings in the Tamil industry who have made me what I am today. I'm sitting before you. Thanks to everybody.
Thank you. And viewers, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back again next week, same time. Thank you, Bosskey. Namaskaram.
Thank you so much, and laugh a lot. Spend 15 minutes for laughter every day. Thank you.